good times. There, you held me. I'm not going to forget that. You've always been there for me. When I have been at my saddest, we're stuck in a rut in life anymore. Every time I want to go out, it's like pulling me back in. And I want to grow. I want to do more. Stuck in the past. And this isn't going to work for me anymore.
Listen, it's not your fault. You did the best you could. I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's not you. It's me. I think it's time we go our own ways. We can still be friends. We'll just visit each other on the weekends. So last video I did was kind of a day in my life of what I've been doing for the last year. And it ended up being a really sad video where I realized I do absolutely nothing and I felt like I was just merely existing, and that is not how I wanted my life to be. So that is what led me on the journey to break up with my comfy chair, because it seemed to be the keystone of where all of my sitting around and lack of motivation was stemming from. The reason why I had so much issues getting out of the chair was I was worried about being bored, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, because I'm sitting in the chair not doing anything. It seems like that would be more boring than being out of the chair doing stuff. But my mindset had decided that sitting in my chair, reading a book, watching a show was enjoyable to the point that it exceeded the enjoyment from anything else. I was asking myself, how did this get started? How did I get so lost in my chair? I think when I started losing motivation for hobbies, I started losing motivation to have different interests and activities. There's a lot in my relationship that kind of kept me from doing those things and made it less enjoyable. And so when I finally got divorced, I decided to kind of hibernate. I kind of put myself into a little cocoon. I insulated myself from everything that was going on in hopes that I could heal. And so I just retreated to my only happy place that I felt existed for me, which was in my chair, lost in my book, and ignoring the world. When you go through divorce, you want to glow up, you want to lose weight, you want to, become that person, and actually healing on the inside, and nobody can see that, nobody understands it, nobody can help you. You just have to go through all of the steps. So I got stuck with trying to heal. I couldn't figure out how to break that healing cycle into the re-emerging cycle. I can't live in my chair. I can't move forward in my chair. I can't find my happy ever after in my chair. Can't even get a job if I'm still sitting in my chair.
Why? It smells good. I love the lavender. Look at the lavender pieces in our Epsom salt.
I had actually posted on social media that I had broken up with my chair, and here was my challenge. I put it out there that I was making these steps, there was no actual person to hold me accountable when you don't have friends and family around, so it was more or less a way to make an illusion of accountability. Well, a friend of my daughter's actually saw it, and they had come over to pick her up and go hang out, and they laughed at me. They said, "Oh, hey, I thought you broke up with your chair. Doesn't that mean you shouldn't be sitting in it?" And we laughed about it. We made some jokes, and after they left, I felt embarrassed. I was like, well, shoot, I just got called out. So I got up and I spent a lot more time walking around and doing stuff and pacing. Let me tell you, I had to pace because I couldn't figure out what to do with myself. I would pick up my cup of coffee, and instead of sitting down, I would pace from the living room window to the back door window and to the kitchen and around into the living room, and I just felt like I was wearing a track into the carpet. I didn't think it'd be so hard if I was getting out of the chair to just find something to do.
Basically, I need to stop procrastinating, I need to stop sitting in my comfy chair, and I need to go play with the kids and find some new hobbies.
It makes sense, get a hobby or something to do, because then I wouldn't be as interested in sitting in the chair, right? And I love that idea, and I think that that would be the most successful thing. But when I was trying to figure out what hobbies I would do, I realized I don't have any hobbies. So I like to read. Yeah, I like to read. I wonder what I would do. I mean, I remember when I was younger, I did a lot of outdoor stuff. I didn't do sports a lot, wasn't really that artistic. I like to do writing and poetry and some painting every now and then. I wasn't that good at it. I love doing photography. I did 35 millimeter and I would get lost for hours in the dark room when I was in college and just create. That was a lot of fun. But now as an adult, every time I think about doing something or going to a place, I am filled with how much work it would take and the steps to do it and the labor that comes with making sure everything is covered while you're gone. So it's so much easier just to sit in the comfy chair and do nothing. My goal is to get out of the chair. So instead of sitting in the chair when I get up in the morning, I'm gonna make a cup of tea. I've been wanting to do tea. I know green tea is really good and I've been drinking too much coffee and that's not as good. So I'm gonna try to motivate myself when I get up in the morning and I feel like sitting in the chair, I'm gonna go make myself a cup of tea and I'm gonna go outside. Work on some cleaning that I never do. I do the bare minimum. And yeah, the house isn't gross, but I guarantee you I could probably move any furniture in the corner of any room and there is definitely a spider back there. Sorry. I'm gonna stick my weights on the chair. And if I try to sit down, I gotta do weights. I gotta lift some dumbbells and go through a couple of sets of it every single time I try to sit down. If I can keep myself distracted, it won't be so painful. But if I don't give myself opportunities to succeed, then I just can't do it. So I gotta change the environment. If I have a sedentary lifestyle, and I want to change it to an active lifestyle, I have to literally change what I do to make it a new lifestyle. After a couple of days, I actually started to not think about sitting in the chair. I just automatically started to pace around the house. I didn't just sit down, procrastinate, and tell myself I was going to do it later after I got some relaxing time in. I mean, if you've been asleep all night and you just woke up, why do you need relaxing time? That's the dumbest thing I was telling myself for over a year. Yeah, I'm just going to take some relaxing time 10 minutes after I just woke up. I think that I'm proud of myself. Like at the end of the day, when I did finally sit in my chair and me and my teen will watch a show together after the youngest goes to bed, I felt good. I was content. I felt energized and excited about the next day. And it's been a really long time since I was excited about starting a new day. Generally, I am just waiting for everybody to go to bed so I can be left alone and stay up way too late and not look forward to tomorrow. One of the most fun things that I had was flying that stupid kite. It came from the dollar store and it was ridiculous. I don't even know how they can call it a kite. It should have been just labeled as a Barbie doll decoration. It was this itty bitty little thing that couldn't catch the air. It was a good windy day, but we were getting gusts, so it would go still air and then really big wind and then still air. The poor youngest, she was getting so frustrated that she couldn't get it to take off. And as dumb as I felt running back and forth, and the moment I could feel it tug, I'd get super excited, like, yay, it's working, it's gonna take off, and then it would just plummet. I mean, 10,000 fails and I still had a smile on my face. If that's not something to be proud of, I don't know what is. So I've been doing this for about a week now. The first day was pretty shaky. I mean, compared to normal days, yeah, I was out of my chair a little bit more, but I kept on returning to it every time I would have an argument with one of the kids. So that habit is a little harder to erase. The next day, I pushed myself a little bit more. I paced a lot more while I tried to break the habit of wanting to sit down. I think I did pretty good. I definitely ended the day feeling a lot more pleased. I did it. I feel like I really made some progress. And I know it sounds really dumb, but I'm proud of myself. I have been talking about this to myself, like in my own head, nice little conversations, for over a year, that I made so much progress in just a week compared to the last year. That's amazing. That is amazing. I spent more time with my kids in the last couple of days than I have in the last month. I have had more energy. I have been more positive. Like, the more I've been out of my chair doing stuff, I thought I'd get really grumpy and I'd be short-tempered. And I haven't lost my cool. So I would say that I am on a really good path, and I can't wait to find out what I'm gonna take on next. I'm ready to take on the world. I wanna go exercise. I wanna go see people, and I never wanna see people. I wanna do projects and crafts and go out of the house. And yeah, I just said that. I wanna leave the house? What? Who is that? I don't know. I find myself smiling, and my teen was joking. She's like, I don't know, Mom's been in a really good mood lately. I think she must have met someone, which just had me cracking up, because apparently the only time I'm in a good mood is if somebody else is causing it, not through my own power. And that's not okay. I want to have control of my feelings and being able to find joy and purpose and happiness. So yeah, I'm proud, super duper proud.